Good morning. In today's video, I want to take you through another day in my life, but the difference here is that throughout the video, I am going to be pointing out different things that new runners should be doing. And these things, there's gonna be about 8 or 9 of them, can also serve as reminders for experienced runners as well. Literally the first thing I do when I wake up is chug a bunch of water. I'm usually pretty dehydrated and I'm also getting ready to run. That is my first tip. My first reminder for all new runners is to make sure you are hydrating throughout your day, before your run, after your run, even if you're not running. Hydration is super important. It helps enhance muscle endurance, helps reduce your fatigue during your runs, especially towards the end, and just overall is so good for you and your health. Also, I just want to point out that a lot of these tips that I'll be mentioning throughout this video are things that I've already talked about on my YouTube channel, so I'm not going to go into crazy depth about them, but I'll link down below all of the videos, so if you want to learn more about it, you can watch one of those videos. Okay, so as I am getting ready to run, the next thing that every new runner should do is to warm up. You want to have your body ready to go, ready for your run, so your first few miles don't feel absolutely awful. All right, so I'm about to put my sneakers on, and that just reminded me of another point, and a lot of times new runners have questions about it, when they should be getting new shoes or what kind of shoes they should be wearing. And the kind of sneaker you should be wearing is going to be very specific to you and your foot and the way your foot strikes along the pavement. So I definitely recommend going to a local shoe store to get fitted. If that's not possible for you, obviously during this time makes it a little bit more difficult. You can go online to websites like Brooks or Hoka or pretty much any website, and they have kind of like an online like shoe fitting that you can check out. But really you want a good sneaker because it's going to help so much with preventing injuries like shin splints and any tendonitis, and just help with the comfort along the run. And the general rule of thumb once you get your new shoes is about 300 to 500 miles. So I don't really follow that. It is a good idea to kind of log the miles that you are running on your shoe when you get them, but as someone who always forgets to do that, I kind of just keep an eye on them and check to see how the tread is doing. So these are pretty new. I've only had them for like a few weeks, and I ran my marathon in them, so they are in good condition. And I usually see once that tread is gone and it's completely flat, and also my feet start to hurt during my run or something like that, that's when I know then it is time to get a new pair. I just got back from my run. I did an very easy 6 miles. It's my second run back since my marathon. I started running again on Sunday, so I took a full week off, and my run was really easy, and that leads me to my next tip for new runners. A lot of runners may not know, or new runners might not know, that roughly 80% of your runs during your week should be at an easy pace. So keeping your easy days easy, so then your hard days can be hard and you can get the best out of yourself. So what an easy pace kind of looks like, you know, I don't really like to focus on numbers or anything like that because everyone's pace is going to look different. On easy days, it's really important to focus on how you are feeling. So an easy pace is a conversation pace. You can hold a conversation with a friend. You are not breathing heavy. It feels good. All right, so now that I am finished my easy run, I'm going to do some strides, which I want to talk about as well. So I'm going to do those and then talk about that tip after. I think doing strides about 2 to 3 times after your easy runs during the week can be super beneficial. And a stride is basically just like 70 to 100 meters of just a little bit of turnover, kind of like a tempo pace even, just opening up and feeling good for those 100 meters. Because after running, you know, a super easy pace for your entire run, it's important to open up and freshen up your legs. You don't want to feel super stale. And it just helps with a little bit of extra turnover and range of motion. And also, all your strides add up at the end of the week. Roughly, you want to do about 4 to 6 like 100-meter strides after those easy runs, and that adds up to being about like a mile extra, a little bit of, you know, tempo and race pace work that, you know, doesn't feel like it in the moment. Feels like a cartoon character. So cute right now. All right, so now before I start my strength training, I'm gonna have this. I had half of this Clif Bar before my run, and I'm gonna have half of it right now. And that's something else that I kind of want to talk about. I'm not a dietitian and I'm not a nutritionist, so this is just based off of things that I've heard from professionals. But there's like a 30-minute window after your run or workout where getting in like simple carbohydrates is super beneficial for your recovery. There's like a ratio that you're supposed to follow, like carbs to protein. I think it's like 4 to 1 or something like that. I'm not too sure. But something that's really simple and easy to digest within that 30 minutes is gonna go right to your muscles and help them start to restore and start to recover. So I know even Ryan Hall, who used to be a professional runner and he's a big weightlifter now, he likes to even snack on candy right after his lifts or back when he was running after his runs, because that candy has such simple carbohydrates that's so easy to digest, and that's going to be easier for your muscles to take in when they are stressed and coming down from your run or your workout. And then after I'm done my strength training, that's when I'll focus on my more wholesome meal with the slower digesting carbs, more protein, vegetable, etc. So I just made myself a cup of coffee because I'm going to be going to work in a little bit here, in like an hour. So I wanted to get some coffee in me before I go to Orange Theory. And as I am doing this, I am also sitting in front of this nice fire. It feels so good because it's really cold in our house. And then as I do that, I am going to fill out my training log, and that leads me to my next tip. I made a long video about this, but yeah, if you are a new runner or any runner, I definitely highly recommend getting a training log, whether it's a physical one like this that you write in or you make one of your own on Google Docs. I just think it's super important to record your training as you go throughout so you can look back on it. I am off to work. I'm headed to Orange Theory for a few classes tonight to coach them. I'll catch you there. So I just got home from work about an hour ago. I ate some dinner and now I just want to wrap up this video with my final tip, which is sleep. And this is for new runners, all runners, and everyone in general, but just making sure you're getting in the quantity and the quality that you need is going to help your recovery and your training so much. It's pretty much the #1 thing to help you with your training and to reach your fullest potential. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed these little tips and reminders. If you have anything else for new runners, all runners, or anyone, yourself in general, if you have any other tips or important things, definitely leave them in the comments below. I would love to know. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I would love for you to click that like button and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next video, but until then, as always, happy running.